Hello, lovelies, and thanks for joining me today. I am here to share a really cool thing that I found during COVID-19. One of the things that was a little frustrating for me during everything being shut down was that I ran out of foundation. And, I'm one of those people that most of the time makeup I can take it or leave it. I go to events and to work stuff, and often all I wear is a little bit of lipstick and maybe some eyeliner. I'm not wearing anything. Well, I have a tinted lip gloss on this morning because my lips were chapped, but I didn't put any makeup on before doing this video because I wanted to show you one of the things that's been really hard about COVID-19 is that with video, I feel like I have to do makeup because I have, you'll see here, uneven skin tone that when I have my full lighting up, it looks really bad. It's like right there on the forehead and the light's right there on the forehead and it just screams, oh my gosh, there's something wrong with her skin, which I absolutely hate. So that's one of the struggles that I've had with doing video work during COVID-19. That, and I'm super lazy and I don't touch up my hair as much as I should, but that's another story for another day. We'll just leave that alone. I'm supposed to be doing it this weekend. So anyway, getting old sucks. When I was in my 20s, I never wore makeup. I would color my hair maybe once or twice a year just because it was fun. But I was cheap. I bought, whatever was over the counter at the grocery store, or in the, Walmart was my go-to. Again, because it wasn't a big deal. I didn't usually wear it. Typically when I was wearing it was when I was like doing stage makeup and stuff like that. So, but as you get older, things start to change, like your evenness of your skin and other stuff. And so life happens to all of us, including me. Of course, I ran out during COVID and I couldn't go to my new favorite store, which is Ulta, because they were closed. And I didn't know what I knew I didn't want to buy another Walmart brand or something that you get at Walmart kind of stuff, because as I have gotten older, I think it was probably my late 20s, early 30s, I started noticing that their foundation made me look older than I actually was. It would settle in the little bit of laugh creases and the sun lines that I'm getting through here. It would settle in this little crease that I have right here on my forehead. That's grown a lot as I get older, but it would make it look way worse than it actually was. I've been buying from Ulta and I've tried a couple different ones. I've yet to find one that I actually like, but that was the first thing I came up against where I was like, oh, I can't adjust for this. I don't know how to adjust for this. And then I found that I can adjust for this because I found a company called Makiage, and they have one of the struggles I have with buying foundation is that my skin is always different. It's always a different color. It's always a different shade. There's different texture issues every single time I buy a new foundation. It's super frustrating. So this was really cool because they actually had a 15-question test, I think it was, that helps you determine the best foundation for you. And one of the things it does is a shade selector based on a bunch of questions. The other thing it does is it looks for, the foundation that you want to create the cover that you want. And I know that there's a couple of other places out there, like Sephora has one where you can do kind of color matching stuff or whatever. I didn't find them to be as detailed. And I don't know, maybe for those of you who are like really into makeup, I'm just being silly and unreasonable. But I also didn't feel like they were super true to life when I saw them on the video camera, which I think is a really cool use of video. I'm surprised that more companies aren't using that, but getting it to match just right. Also, it doesn't really reflect how it will look on because it's just the color matching, which is a whole other whatever. But Anyway, so the really cool thing about Il Makiage, besides their really neat little test thing that lets even the most hopeless person be able to decide what kind of makeup she needs, is that they have a 14-day return policy. So if you don't love it, you can return it and all you pay is shipping, and they refund the cost of the stuff. Now, I will be the first to admit, I actually found this like back in March when I realized I was getting low, and I was a little leery because I think I spent $54 on this, which is the most I've ever spent on any makeup ever. But it's about what we've been spending on our sunscreen and stuff at Ulta. So my husband was like, yeah, go ahead. And, you know, if your foundation usually lasts you about a year, $54 isn't that bad. So I was like, okay, I'll try it. Again, the biggest reason thinking it was okay was that I am able to return it if I don't absolutely love it. So, oh, here's the little box that it came in. Sorry, it's trying to disappear my little backdrop thing. Here I am trying to give you like a really nice background. And it seems like everything I do, I just don't win on this background, let me tell you. Okay, so, oh, this is so cute. All right, so here's the inside of the box. It has this little card. Oh my gosh, it completely disappeared. This isn't even a black background, you guys. I don't know why it's disappearing like that. I'll put it in front of me. Anyway, so here's the box, the inside, and there's this card, and then there's this cute little, I don't know, party fluff that's in black, which I love, but probably to keep it from sliding around too terribly much in the box. And it reminds you here, try the products. They're yours to try for 14 days, starting on the day that they were delivered. Love it or return it. If you love them, keep them. And if you shockingly don't, visit ilmakiage.com//return to download your return label and send back any returns within 14 days of delivery. At the end of the trial, you'll only be charged for the products that you keep. So that's pretty cool. And then this is a little fact card about the product that I got. I got what's called Woke Up Like This Flawless Base Foundation is the product that I got. So it tells you to apply 2 pumps to your entire face, jaw, and neckline. Blend out with a brush or sponge, not by hand, which is cool. I got my little sponge here, so we can do that. And then wait 5 minutes for foundation to set before checking the shade. Don't match to your neck or wrists because they're different tone than your face. I didn't learn that until I was like 26. So yeah, I'm not a strong makeup artist, let me tell you. Your face with concealer, blush, or bronzer, and wear for a full week to determine if it's perfect for you. So I actually got this like 3 days ago, but I had a bunch of other stuff going on, so I wasn't able to do the review, but I'm really hoping. So the tricky thing is I don't wear concealer, blush, or bronzer typically. I sometimes wear blush to cover up this little, like when I'm on video, give me a little more definition here. I know it's weird, but I don't do bronzer. I don't do all the other fun stuff. Okay, so 2 pumps is what it says. So I'm supposed to put the 2 pumps on my sponge. This doesn't even pump. There's not a pump top on this, but that's okay. This is why we're doing this together, guys, so you can laugh at Heidi's grace and beauty. Oh, okay, so how does it pump? Maybe it's 2 dabs? Hang on. Because there's definitely nothing to push down on. So we'll try 2 dabs and see what happens. Okay. So one of the things I always struggle with for makeup is that because of my Native American heritage, I have a very red undertone, but it's not ruddy red, you know, like Irish guys often, or redheaded guys often have. It is kind of a copper red. And this is one of the first tests that I've actually seen that asks about your undertone, is what they call it. And that is definitely mine, is that red. But I'm guessing that's why this is making me much more like toasted almonds. I guess is how I would describe this color. But yeah, so there is it applied, and it certainly looks to, I should have had my full light on, but I didn't want to show it off. It's so embarrassing. But yeah, so it looks better to me the more I lean in. It still looks pretty well covered. It doesn't feel super heavy. Like some of the makeups that I've tried over the years that are supposed to be for full coverage, to even out that uneven skin tone, they feel almost as heavy as pancake makeup, which for those of you who don't do theater, pancake makeup is what you put on for stage makeup because it's less likely to melt under the lights, and it's a lot more. So you get kind of a almost like a plastic doll look, but without the shininess, kind of like a Barbie look. So I feel like this does not provide that level of coverage, which is great. I don't think any human being should ever use that much coverage in public. Although I have seen a lot of people who are doing Zoom videos, and you can tell that they're wearing stage makeup because you do, I think, in my experience, you need a lot more makeup for video than you do for everyday life. I always have to wash my face after a day of recording videos because I would never go out in public with that much makeup. But anyway, so it's been a few minutes. While we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and do some more of my makeup because I have a day of videos to film. I have a couple of conferences later. So this will be a good use of my time. Anyway, I'm one of those old ladies who, it's a struggle learning to do makeup when you're older instead of, you know, when you're young, and there's all these new fancy brushes that you have to use to do things with. It's weird. Anyway. I'm a very basic eye person, but I learned recently a pretty cool trick because I have kind of deep set eyes already. And for the longest time, I never wore eyeshadow because there was no point, because unless my eyes were closed, you wouldn't see it because I was wearing it like this and then putting it in the fold, right? Like they tell you to. And then you can barely tell I'm wearing eye makeup in this eye. What's the point? But I learned to do it just above the fold so that I get that extra depth of field. And a little bit more. And then normally, like for outerwear, I'll sit there and kind of fluff it like that because this is actually really dark for going out in public. But And then the other thing that I learned is if you add a little bit of white, that is actually just a little bit lighter than your makeup. And I actually have a shimmer one that I really like. It's great for like daylight stuff and doing, I'm saying on a lot. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm doing that. Anyway, when I wear out in public, like if I'm going out with my husband or whatever, the same technique, but I have a shimmer one. But on the camera, I can't do it because it ends up catching the light all the time and I look like a reverse raccoon. So it's not great. Anyway, but that adds a little bit of depth of field and a little bit more length, dimension to my eyes, which were kind of flat looking before. And then I go back over them. And I don't put eyeliner on the bottom. One, because I have very small eyes and they're recessed, which means that they don't pop if I put under liner. I do use this great They're Real. This is one of my favorite finds at Ulta because I already have pretty long eyelashes. I'm actually very lucky. When I was young, I never had to wear mascara because my eyelashes are pretty long. And then I have to be careful when I put it on my bottom eyelashes because again, they're so thick and long that if I put it on too thick, it creates that closed eye look that I don't want. So, and I know everybody laughs about makeup people making this fish face, I think is what they call it, when applying eyelash makeup. For me, I literally have to, because if I don't, I end up, my eyelashes actually touch my face because they're so long. So for a lot of us, they do it because you might slip and hit it with your eye makeup. I've watched a couple of eye makeup people do that because I wanted to prepare for doing this video. And it's kind of funny, but for me, I'm like, I still can't. I have to be careful because if my eyelashes touch under my eye right now, they will leave little dents all over my face, which is always fun. And then because I'm on here, I will show you how I do this. Now, I don't do this for regular public use because it's really blatantly obvious, right? And who wants a redneck? That's a joke. Anyway, but and then just a light covering, and it gives more definition to my chin. And I'll do the same thing on the side here. And again, I would never wear this in public this way because it's just too much. But when you're looking at, yeah, so that's good. When you're looking at 2D, you have to create that depth and dimension. And I think that's part of why facial contouring has become so popular. I have never seen somebody in public do facial contouring. I think it's just a tool that's used by people who do videos. That's my opinion. Anyway, but I'm just too lazy to learn all that nonsense. That's just crazy stuff. So, although I guess that's what bronzing kind of does the same thing for public use, but it's not as extreme and it doesn't look as fake and artificially, right? In my opinion, but I'm not a makeup fiend, so take it what it's worth. Okay, so I think it's been, at least 5 minutes. And it looks like it has set very nicely. It has kind of a gentle powder look, but there's still a little bit of sheen, but it's not like greasy face sheen, right? Which is always a very unpleasant shade. And I think actually they did a really good job of matching this to my skin tone. Yeah, I have a little bit more red through here than is in the face. But again, that's that Native American undertone, and I have a feeling it's going to get worse as summer goes on and I tan. It's not uncommon for me to get really tan and people to think that I'm sunburned. It's kind of embarrassing. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I will see how it sits and how it holds up. And in a couple of days, before it's my return date. Actually, if it's not a return date, I'll do a follow-up review and talk about it because it does say to give it like a week, right? So we'll see how that goes. One of the things I'm really interested in experiencing with this is how well it comes off. Because that has been one of the problems that I've had with makeup that I buy to cover this up, is that it's often super thick, it clogs my pores, and I have to use some crazy oil-based crap to get it off. And that ends up causing, so I have to use that, and then I have to use a deeper cleanser, and that ends up causing rosacea, flare-ups in my cheeks, my sensitive skin under my neck. And, just it's not worth it to me. I don't know why people would put themselves through that for makeup. I usually go with much more sensitive skin-based stuff that's not super heavy. And I like this because it doesn't feel like it's heavy, but it gives me heavy coverage. So I guess it'll come down to seeing how well that comes off. And I will do another review in like a week or maybe 2 and let you know how it's holding up, how I'm enjoying it, any issues that I've had with it. But just from what I'm seeing here, I am, you know what? I'm actually gonna not just trust that camera. I'm gonna give you my impressions looking in the mirror too. Oh wow, it actually looks better in the mirror, I think. I mean, more real in the mirror. But yeah, I'm kind of impressed with this so far. So yeah, I'm excited. The other thing that's really cool is that there was a delay because of shipping from the shipping company, but Il Makiage sent me a coupon to make up for that delay, which was really cool because I mean, it's COVID, everything's delayed. We had packages that took 3 weeks from Amazon that were supposed to be next day. So, I'm not holding anybody accountable. As long as I get my stuff eventually, I'm not going to complain. But it was really cool that they sent that. And then they also do like just random discounts on different products and stuff. They're not super obnoxious about their marketing. I've had some places online where I literally get emails from them every single day. Really common with like tech stuff. Software as a service companies are always emailing me, and half the time it's just to try and sell me or upgrade or whatever. It's not useful and whatever. Il Makiage, I've actually been really impressed. Yeah, they have a few that are the upsells or whatever, but they send like, here's the hot summer colors. There's the tutorial videos that they've sent out, a couple of tutorial videos based on some of the things on there that I have liked. And I'm sure if I do more on the site, it'll trigger more of those things. So I'm going to play with that because I've been really impressed with this. And they might be my new makeup place because I was kind of disappointed disappointed with this. So this is Plum Lip Pencil that I got from Ulta, and it's MAC product. And they swore up and down it was the greatest thing in the whole wide world. It would last forever. Because I am lazy. When I am working, I don't want to have to go to the bathroom and replace my lipstick every couple of hours or after I eat lunch or whatever. That's not who I am. I refuse to become that person. And I just find it incredibly obnoxious. I mean, like this tinted lip balm, I've literally been wearing this since 4:30 this morning. When I got up, my lips were a little bit chapped, so I put it on. And I have drank my coffee, I've had breakfast, and I've drank half of a 20-ounce thing of water. And this is still what I have. And it's this nice, comfortable finish that's protecting my lips. It's just like a lip balm, really. So I absolutely love this, and usually this is what I wear, but it doesn't give good definition of my Cupid's bow, and it makes my upper lip look kind of small compared to my much larger lower lip. And you can't do some cheats with that like you can with a lip pencil. And so I wanted a lip pencil for when I'm looking for that more defined look of my lips. And I have not been super impressed with this. I got one from Target, and I can't remember the brand name now, but I absolutely loved it. The problem I had with it was that it kept drying out. It was a kind of a wet pencil, and it kept drying out here in Utah before I would finish it even halfway up. And so that was frustrating to me. And I was looking for a replacement, and they super pushed the MAC product, and I wasn't impressed with it. So I might check out what Makiage has for lipsticks and see what I can find from there. But anyway, that was my video on makeup. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get into the makeup thing. I feel like I don't do enough with makeup, and I mean, let's be honest, when you watch the makeup videos, like 99.9% of them are pretty young 20-year-olds who didn't really need makeup in the first place. And I'm not sure that I'm in that crowd. I don't know that this video would make a huge splash or make a big difference. So I don't know if I'll do more makeup videos, but I did want to show that because one of the things that I've been talking about a lot with everything going on with COVID is that businesses can adapt, and those that do will thrive, and those that don't may not survive. It broke my heart that Ulta down, and they have an online store, and their online store is fine if you're reordering stuff that you already know what you want, but they don't really have what I consider good testing things. And one of the benefits, one of the things that I really enjoyed about Ulta, and the whole reason that we would go into the store, was that they would let you try products in the store. You could try it, you could walk away, you could come back a week later and buy it. And for somebody like me who has very sensitive skin and who has to be really careful about what she wears, makeups with perfumes or scents in them can cause me to have migraines. I have to be super careful, which is why until I got older and started having issues, I really didn't do much makeup because it was just too much of a hassle to try and find something that was good. And so that was why we loved using Ulta, because we could try it out before we bought it. We could have a specialist help us through it because, my husband likes that stuff, but he's not an expert either. Not the makeup part, but like the beard oils and he's starting to do a lot with moisturizers because he wants to stay looking young, which is cute because he still looks younger than me, for those of you who've seen him. He always has, and I don't think it'll change. He's very metro. He always has been. He has more hair products than I do, which is adorable. But anyway, we really enjoy Ulta, and those features are why we have enjoyed Ulta. But if Il Makiage can offer me basically all of the same things and this accuracy, I don't know that I'll ever go to Ulta again, because it's the same policy. The big thing I'll have to be careful about is making sure that I open my packages and try stuff out to get it back in that 14-day turnaround time. But I think I can do it. So yeah, if you like this video, if you think it's fun to see makeup and beauty talk from somebody who needs it and not from somebody who's already beautiful, give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below. And if this is something that you guys are interested in, I'd be happy to do more. Like I said, the main reason I'm doing this one is just showing that there are ways for businesses to think outside the box. Marketing is my thing, marketing is my passion, and showing how companies do marketing innovatively like this is the main reason I'm doing this video. But if you guys enjoy it and you'd like to see more videos like this, just let me know in the comments and I will certainly consider it. All right, until next time, keep growing.